hell, if we've been honest, maybe even years, on how I want to be remembered. I feel like no one knows the real me, like the real Shy. Some days, I don't know what I want to do, or even what I want to wear, but I do know who I am, and you will too. I have story times for days that taught me so many life lessons, and ain't no telling what you'll see on a weekend vlog, child. Welcome to my channel.
Have you ever been here before?
Yes, man. I've done this tour a million times.
How do you like it?
It is a good tour.
Okay.
It is a very nice tour. It catches you more if you do it at night.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
Morning. How you doing? To run what? Great house move. What? You can just walk around, or maybe they'll start the tour right away. Sometimes they send out the tour group.
We bought tickets online.
Pardon?
I said we bought tickets online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're good then, man. But if they don't take you guys alone, they might send you up in a group, as I'm saying before.
Okay.
Alright, when the tour finishes, as I'm just gonna take the time I run across the road, pay some bills.
Okay.
So when if the tour finishes and I'm not outside, you just ask one of them to call me for you guys. Right?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
sounds good.
But I'm not far away, just right across the road.
Okay.
Sounds
Because the tour
perfect.
lasts 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
That's no problem.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
And take it.
I want this part. Can we take pictures?
Sure, you can.
Okay.
I'll take you standing in front of the house.
Okay.
You have a photograph of it.
Okay.
First time here?
Yes.
First time here.
Where you guys from?
Atlanta.
Oh, Georgia?
Yes.
Where in Georgia?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta, like Union Street.
It's like
Oh, in the
down.
city?
Yeah, in the city. In the city.
Yeah, downtown.
Yeah.
It's nice here, like almost here.
Ooh.
Interested in getting a photograph here?
Want a picture or no?
You can take it on either side off.
We can take
Okay,
it.
yeah,
You can
okay.
take it
Yeah,
and
that's
we'll
fine.
decide later.
Okay.
Not frame, but told you as well.
Okay.
Then take picture here with the view. If you
Okay.
want to stand there, I can take it for you.
Oh, okay. You want to take a picture?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's get some. Very. Okay.
What you're seeing here today is a mansion once dominated by a vast working plantation. Had 6,000 acres of land and over 2,000 slaves working on it. This house was first started in 1750 by George Ash, a wealthy English planter, who named it after his wife Rose, hence the name Rose Hall. George Ash died 2 years later. Rose remarried 3 other times. It was her last husband, the Honorable John Palmer, who had completed this house between 1770 to 1780. John and Rose Palmer both died, having no children. This house was built by their John Palmer, who later went to marry Annie Mae Patterson in 1820. She became the second mistress of this house and the White Witch. The slaves gave her the name the White Witch because she was very mean to them. Annie Mae Patterson was born in England in 1802 to an English mother and an Irish father. Her parents were merchants. They were interested in trading. When she was 10 years old, they moved to Haiti. Shortly upon their arrival in Haiti, her parents contracted the yellow fever virus and died. Annie was adopted by her nanny. Her nanny was a voodoo priestess who taught her everything she needs to know about witchcraft. When she was 18 years old, her nanny died. That's when she came to Jamaica to search for a wealthy husband. Later met and married John Rose Palmer. The trouble began when Annie Palmer met her new keeper, Robert Rutherford. She was in love with him, but Robert was in love with Millicent, his housekeeper. Annie found out they had a relationship going on, so she cast a voodoo spell on Millicent. Millicent withered and died within a week. Taku, the freed slave lover of Annie, in revenge for his one and only granddaughter Millie, came through the secret passage, went up into Annie Palmer's bedroom and strangled her to death. Ashmon, the general overseer, who was another lover of Annie, went after Taku and shot him into the bushes. By then it was like a love triangle, or the soap opera. Annie killed Millicent, Taku killed Annie, Ashmon killed Taku. Annie Palmer lived in this house 11 years. Within 9 years, she murdered 3 husbands along with countless slave lovers. She died at age 29. She was only 4 feet 11 inches tall. So she was very short, but mighty. After Annie died, this house was owned by the British government, then sold to 3 separate families: the Barretts, the Jarretts, the Hendersons. The Hendersons family had a maid preparing for them to move in. She fell from Annie's balcony, which is upstairs, broke her neck and died. They believed this house was haunted. They were convinced it was Annie's ghost that pushed her over the balcony. So they stripped this house of all the woodwork and all the furnishings, took it to another house in Kingston called the Braemar House. Today, this house is privately owned by Michelle and the late John Rollins from Wilmington in Delaware. They bought this house 1965. Restoration started 1966 until 1971. They spent $2.5 million on the restoration. They can disclose the buying price. This is the ballroom where the Palmers would dance and socialize with wealthy friends. They would dance to 80s and early 90s favorite music, no reggae, no Bob Marley back then. Right across the corner here was donated to us by Johnny Cash. He and the present owner, they were close friends. Johnny Cash once had a house 10 minutes drive from here by Cinnamon Hill. It's also a great house where we do tours as well. Any question?
No.
Next up here, we're going to the library. most frequently occupied place in the house where all business discussions were held. Portrait on the wall is of Rose, the first and good mistress of this house. She's considered to be good because she had 4 husbands who died of natural causes, unlike Annie, who murdered all of hers. We don't have any picture of her. The night she died, the slaves burned all of her belongings. Maybe they had a celebration party that night. This is a chair. When unfolded, it becomes a stair. Was used for getting books and records of high shelves. The average height was 5 feet 2 inches tall for both male and female. So it's a chair and a stair. Any question? Alright, so from here we're moving on to the main dining room.
Just a squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
From that.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the main dining room. The Palmers would dine here whenever they had guests inside the house. The centerpiece is a 4-pedestal Sheraton banquet table. The chairs are ribbon Chippendale. On this side is an inlaid Sheraton table. This is a Sheraton knife box. In these tiny slots, this is where Annie Palmer would keep all of her knives locked with a key there, because if the slaves would get the knives, they would use it to kill themselves or to kill the overseers. Portrait on the wall, King Louis the 16th of France. King Louis was beheaded in the French Revolution War. That's an original piece we have inside here. Annie Palmer grew up in Haiti. Haiti ruled by the French. She took that with her when she was coming here, so it's original.
No.
Any question?
No,
Alright,
ma'am.
so we're going to the lower gallery. Alright, so welcome to the lower gallery. Once used as a reception hall back then. Servants would enter from that door to serve both dining rooms with food. Whenever they are coming in, they have to listen, just to make sure that they're not tasting the food, or else they will be caught outside. So while they're coming in, they have to whistle the whole time, just to make sure no food is not in their mouth. If not, they get eaten. Portrait there, original piece, dating back to the early 19th century. Persons on it were unknown, neither Rose nor Annie had children. Scientists came here, believed the girl in the red dress to be Annie Palmer. Her favorite color was red. We should actually walk along the pathway here. Her head and her eyes seem to follow you. You can go ahead and try. Just walk here, look at her when you're moving. See if her eyes follow you.
Yep.
All the painting, the chocolate table there was also donated to us by Johnny Cash. This was the condition of this house when the present owner, the Rollins, bought in 1965. It looked as if it was burned. It wasn't. It stood abandoned for 130 years without anyone living in it, so it naturally decayed. Nothing was inside. It was like an empty shell. That is why they spent $2.5 million to restore it. They didn't disclose what they paid for it. In the 18th century, Jamaica had 700 great houses. 685 were burned by slaves. 15 remaining today. This one was burned at any time because they thought Annie's spirit would haunt them forever. The 14 that were left because some of the plantation owners were nicer to them. So during the slave uprising between 1831 to 1838, that's when other great houses were burned during the uprising. Alright? This way, okay. up into her bedroom, strangled her. No longer a secretly to the dungeon. We're going there in a short while. In case of a fire or a slavery uprising, they would have it to escape to the seashore. Annie Palmer used it for her different use. Whenever she killed the husbands upstairs in the night, she would let the slave take the dead body from up there through the tunnels buried by the seashore. On their way coming up back, she would send other slaves to kill them. So dead men tell no tales. She covered all of her tracks. So the slaves that took the body, they would get him on their way coming up, and they didn't know what they were killing them for, so there's no trace of anything. Right? This is the morning room, known as the breakfast room. The Palmers would dine here whenever they had no guests inside the house. To your right, that's a mahogany Welsh dresser with pewter pieces on display. Pewter is made from tin and lead. Continuous eating from pewter slowly leads to brain poisoning. Some people may say that made Annie a bit crazy, but I think she was crazy before. On this side is an inlaid plumbing system called the copper lavabo. Was used for washing hands and utensils before and after meals. This is a bucket. You can lift it to feel the weight of it. Children 5 to 9 years will have to carry that bucket filled with water in it.
It is.
If they
Let me
spill
try.
water, they get
Hold the camera real quick.
across their backs 10 times. 5 to 9 years carry with water without spilling any.
That's a lot to be walking around with.
For them, because as soon as they reach 10, they would be strong enough to work on the sugarcane plantation. So now we're going upstairs, all the lovings and the killing sleepless.
Save the best for last.
Alright, so welcome to the upper gallery, once used as the family sitting hall. I was telling you about the maid that fell from the balcony.
Yeah.
That's a replica. There would be Annie Palmer's favorite spot to sit or stand, watch the slaves punished or being headed out in the courtyard was a form of entertainment for her. No television back then, so she would have her live movie going on out there. This house was much bigger, had 2 other wings, an east wing and a west wing. They were both connected to this main house with covered walkways. It was considered to be a calendar house. It had 365 windows, 52 doors, 12 bedrooms. So 365 days, 52 weeks and 12 weeks. So if you know you're the person who's supposed to clean a window, that each day you would have 1 window to clean. So you will have a day off. Alright, so we're going to the pool room. Let me take a look inside. This is the cruel room. It is called cruel, not because of the cruelty that was done here, but because of the fabric it was hand embroidered in India. This is a room where Annie Palmer strangled her 3rd husband with the help of her freed slave lover, Taku. Taku was the one who strangled her, so what goes around comes around. To your right, that's an inlaid toilet called the commode. Every house back then would have one. Toilets, they were far outside. Slaves would have to empty it every morning. So you know, that wasn't a pleasant job to have at all. Alright? We're going to our toilet room. This is the toilet room. It is called toilet because of the French fabric. And this is the room room where Annie murdered her second husband. She stabbed him with a knife. To make sure he was dead, she poured boiling oil into his ears. The blood stain could be seen on the wall from 1905 up until 1965. So after stabbing him, she poured. Don't get any ideas.
Never.
Don't take any notes. We're going to Annie Palmer bedroom when you're free. Alright, so welcome to Annie Palmer bedroom. This is where she lived, loved, and died. Fabric red was chosen to match her passionate nature for blood. She was a very hot-blooded and hot-tempered person. Headward there, guests came here, took photographs of it when developed. Ghost-like figures appeared in it. This is Annie's chaise lounge, known as her fainting couch. She pretended to faint on it whenever she needed her husband's attention.
Oh, wow.
That's an original piece we have inside here.
That's nice.
Alright. So I guess you could take home one of that with you.
No.
See if it works.
No, thank you.
This is Annie Palmer's sitting room. There are 3 original pieces here. The mirror on the wall is called a Chippendale mirror. Guests came here, took photographs of it when developed. Ghost-like figures appeared in it. The center there we have an sewing box, it is original, and the bell pull on the wall here is original. So those are the original pieces. They were preserved in the house in Kingston and they were sent back to us. So take a picture, see if you get her posing for you. This is the gentleman's room. Only wealthy men back then could be considered to be a gentleman. This is a room where Annie Palmer killed her first husband by poisoning him. She poured arsenic into his coffee. After he died, she became the wealthiest plantation owner in this area. She would not take the blame of the deaths of her husband. She would blame it on the yellow fever virus. Lock the room, saying that it is contaminated. No one would question her. 5 minutes drive from here, 3 palm trees located by the seashore represent the 3 husbands where they are buried. She killed the first for the money, the second was a drunk, and I guess the third was very stupid to marry her. She lived with the first husband 7 years, second husband 2 years, and third husband 6 months. So she's getting shorter and shorter and better at it. Take a look inside. This is the guest room, considered to be the safest room up here because no one died in here as
Oh
yet.
my gosh.
So I guess she's still waiting on the 4th person. Guest came here in 1989. They were close friends of the Rollins, the present owner of this house. They didn't believe the story, so they wanted to spend the night here. While they were staying here, they were having coffee at that table when they heard baby screaming over the cruel room. They went to search, there wasn't any baby. When they get back to the table, their cups were missing. They found it into Annie Palmer bedroom, smashed to pieces. They say good sign, pack and leave. That was the last couple that spent the night here in 1989. So would you spend the night here?
No.
Annie Palmer is looking for a 4th husband so you can stay. We have a little compound there in case you want to spend the night. Now we're going downstairs when you're through. So this is the back porch of the house. The wall is made from limestone. It is original. Limestone came from England as well as on ship. Now we're going to the dungeon, so please watch your head and your step.
Okay.
Here was the dungeon. On either sides, they were jail cells. It's now converted into restrooms. Quite safe to use. This is a bear trap. There are no bears here. Was used to catch the feet of the runaway slaves. Their feet would be chopped off there in the dungeon, 16 feet deep, without no food, no water, no medical attention, so they were left there to die. This is a ground plan of the house where we had just stored. East and west wing, toilet seal for the were. The red spot is not blood, is where Annie Palmer is buried. That's where we end the tour in a short while. The secret door that I showed to you earlier, this is where it came down. Inside the showcase there are photographs of what guests took and sent back to us, saying ghost-like figures appeared in them of the mirror. On the headboard, there's also a letter. Someone took a rock from here. They had bad dream and bad luck. They sent it back. Take a look. Use the restrooms if you wish. When you're through, we're moving on to where Annie Palmer is buried. That's where the tour ends outside.
Okay.
All right?
Thank
No problem.
you. All right. Pretty cool.
Alright, ready to see what she's buried?
Yep. All right.
Alright.
We're ready.
All right, let's go. What's your name? All right, so they want to use this area for storage for food and wine. It's a bar today where you can purchase something cool. The house special is the Witch's Brew. It's a mixture of rums with fruit juices. Care for anything here?
Yeah, might as well, I guess. It's hot.
Or you want to try the Witch's Brew?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, no problem.
Look at the old register.
How many Witch's Brew would you like? You get it in a souvenir glass.
Oh,
For $10.
so it's $10 each.
Sure. We'll take it.
Take two?
I need a 10 or anything. There you got the 20. Okay. Ooh, child. It's so, look at my, the most I ever saw. The way to sweat in Jamaica is go to an old house with no air conditioning. What was I thinking?
Don't know if we're going to dinner.
Right, might just change in a little dress or something. gonna try it out. Look how I'm sweating, y'all. I'm sweating so bad. Hopefully you can see me. Cheers. Yeah, that is strong.
Tasty. Just what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a short.
A little heavy, huh?
Fuck out here. all the tours you watched, they made it to the end, did they?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yep.
Keep this place. Nice car.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to wrap it in clothes so it don't break.
Alright, so we're going to Annie's too.
Okay.
That's where the tour ends outside.
So you got my phone in your okay.
You want it?
Yeah, I was gonna say record the okay. Record the well, you get a video of the thing, so.
Ackee and sawfish, national dish. This is national fruit. Have to open, or else it is poison.
Oh.
Just like scrambled egg when it is prepared. Mostly served for breakfast. The red tree here is called copperwood. The tree they used to make toothpick and that.
Hmm.
Souvenirs here. If you see anything that you like, you get good prices, alright?
Okay.
Thank you.
Take a look, no problem.
All right.
Alright, so here she is. This is where Annie Palmer lies. It was a simple earth grave with a wooden cross inside. This was placed there during restoration. Her bones were exhumed 1971, replaced in 1972 to ensure it was hers. Psychics came from Haiti, called upon her spirit. She confessed that she killed all three husbands, also Millicent, leaving a message saying that she will be the second and last mistress of the house. No one should stay in there. They wanted to trap her spirit in, so they placed 3 crosses on the tomb, one here, one there, one to the other side. When they were about to put the 4th one over there, they called upon her spirit. She didn't answer. They didn't know whether her spirit was in or out, so they left it vacant for her to go and come as she pleases. So there's a song to end your tour by Johnny Cash that I will be singing for you. On the island of Jamaica, a long, long time ago, on the Rose Hall plantation where the ocean breezes blown, lived a girl named Annie Palmer. She was a mistress of the slaves. Slaves live in fear to see the frown in Annie's face. Where are your husbands, Annie, 1, 2, and 3, or the sleeping beneath the palm trees near the Caribbean Sea. At nights I hear you riding, and I can hear your lovers call, and I can still feel your presence around the great house at Rose Hall.
Yay.
Alright. Thank you.
Thank you.
very much. So this is where your tour ends.
Okay.
And it's been a pleasure being your tour guide. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
so much.
Thanks for making it. Rose, all enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
and
you.
the rest of your stay. Alright? So you can browse around.
Okay.
You can make your way down.
Okay.
This is a little comment card. You can fill it out and I call it to you.
Okay.
You can put your name, you can put the Latoya on it, the name of the
Latoya,
program, and your comments at the back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, y'all. So we are ending the tour. What you think about it?
It was really cool. Really
You
informative.
glad you came?
It was really important.
I'm glad you liked it because I was all like, I know how. Yeah. Yeah.
Really informative. She was a tour guide was really good.
Yeah, she was really good.
She was cool too.
And I seen online some. Yeah, some people was like, even the YouTube videos, they weren't letting them.
Oh, that's like the next group. Look like we got here early.
Oh, yeah. They weren't letting them record. So she was real nice. We took pictures, recorded. Because they really say you're not supposed to be taking pictures of this stuff. But, yep. It's nice and hot out here. We got us a drink. And now I guess we're going to try to contact our ride so he can come back and pick us up. A little bit. I'm slipping, so $10 drink. I guess we'll go into the gift shop if we need them to call him. Oh yeah, I forgot we took that picture.